Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Afrobeats All Access Podcast, your gateway to the vibrant world of Afrobeats culture. I'm your host, Carlo Dwyer, popularly known as the Afrobeats Connoisseur. And on today's episode, I'm going to be chopping it up with a Mavin recording artist. He's a singer, songwriter, and all round musical powerhouse. Please give it up for the multi talented Magixx.
Ooh,
How you doing, my brother?
I'm good, brother. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Well, before we get into all of that, I want to remind you guys to take a moment to like and subscribe as it helps to get our numbers up and gives us the opportunity to do this bigger and better. You can also follow us on Instagram at Afrobeats All Access Podcast. So, without further ado, joining me all the way from Lagos, Nigeria via London, England is a very special guest, and I'm incredibly excited to have him on the show. Just to
Yeah.
give you a bit of background, Magixx's real name is Alexander Adelabu. He was born on the 27th of September 1999 and began singing in the choir at the age of 10. However, in 2019, he was struggling to pay for some studio time. He initiated his rise to fame when he released a track called Problem, a
Mm.
succinct blend of Afro pop and Afro R&B showcasing his evolving musical exploration. The track quickly seized the spotlight within Nigeria's music elite, drawing admiration from notable figures like Mayokun, M.I., Zlatan Bile, and Don Jazzy. This
Mm.
attention culminated in his eventual signing to Mavin Records in September 2021. Welcome, my brother. Thank you so much for joining the show.
Thank you very
Um,
much for having me, man.
so
Crazy.
good. Um, I met you for the first time last week where
Yeah.
you killed your set at DJ AG online. I have to say, I was completely blown away by your aura, your personality, and just how approachable you were. You know, sometimes you meet some singers and, you know, they have a sort of stuck up attitude, but your vibe was just so cool, so welcoming. And I was really also humbled by the fact that you actually recognized me as well. So, you know, thank you so much for being who you are and for being just an all around cool guy. So I just want to start by, giving you the opportunity um, to share your background. You know, can you tell us a little bit about kind of where you grew up and how that shaped your musical journey today?
Um, I mean, you already said everything. I think you did a lot of research, and what I would say is that uh, me, I started my music career from from back in the days, since I was like 13, 14. I started off in Okera Ogba, or Ogba Okera. Very, if you don't know Ogba Okera, it's very like close to like Agege.
Right.
Um, and yeah, starting out, it was very much like there was like not a lot of people that were really like breaking out of Okera. Maybe the only person back then was probably Rezi.
Right.
And that you know that was something for us, to look up to. Like, yo, like if this person can do, which we can do. Um, I also you know, I also been doing a lot of like choir things, a lot of like school rap things, a lot of just like learning music basically. And funny enough, like it wasn't like I was going after them. These things, they just came to me. Do you understand?
Yeah.
For example,
Yeah.
when I was in school, it just happened to be a school that they teach how to play trumpet, they teach you how to play saxophone, they teach you how to play mouth organ, they just teach you how to, these kind of things. Your papa no think, they don't
Yeah.
even think, you know. So, but they just find yourself there and you just say, oh
Yeah.
my, they are musical, that type stuff. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, you just find
No,
yourself, yeah, and
that's really interesting. So, what inspired you to kind of pursue the career in music? At which point did you decide, you know what, this is like what I'm going to go for? Was there like a moment, or maybe perhaps an artist that you were inspired by that made you think, okay, you know what, I'm going to do this full time?
there was never a moment that I wanted to do something else. There was never like a moment in my life where like I was thinking that, oh, I want to become a doctor. Yeah, I was not I was not part of those
Yeah.
people. I'm one of those people that wanted to do music from day one. Like
Right.
it was
Right.
like 10, 11, 12. That's what I wanted to do. I just
Yeah.
saw myself in music. I've always told my mom that I want to be an artist. They used to seize my writing book. They used to seize, I used to have lyric books. Those
Yeah.
lyric books that you have like all the names, all the Beyonce, Drake,
Yeah.
Brown, you have their lyrics in the book. And then you be singing.
Wow.
And yeah, I used to have that.
Oh,
But
amazing.
they used
And
to, they used to seize everything from my hand. So yeah, but that was like, those were the days of learning. Uh,
nice.
yeah.
No, that's really really interesting, and thank you so much for sharing that. So speaking of the music, about your new album, I Dream in Color, which just dropped.
Mm,
I had a brief conversation about it with you at King's Cross the other night,
mm.
and you shared some really really powerful stuff with me in terms of the inspiration behind the title of the album and the overall theme of the album. Can you share, a little bit about what inspired you to call it I Dream in Color and what inspired the album in general?
First of all, I dream in color just simply means I dream big. It just simply means I dream big. I want everything. I want the stadiums. I want people in the world, all over the world to know my name. I want to be that artist, that the world is going to be screaming, my lyrics back to me, everywhere I go. I want to take my family, on
Yeah.
vacation. I want to put
Hmm.
everybody on, you know, I see the greater light. I want good for my family. I want good for myself, and that's
Yeah.
that's the simple meaning of a dream in color. Um,
That's very powerful.
you know, Thanks to God, we've been able to achieve a few things in our life,
Yeah. Yeah.
and they're still going on the way. Still
Yeah.
we're still elevating.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful to be here, man. Honestly,
Yeah, I appreciate that. And
yeah,
then
man.
in terms of some of the creative processes that you went through while making the album, were there any standout moments during the production? I mean, when I met you the other night, I could see literally see the creativity like pouring out of you, just from how you talk, how you move. Anybody that is around you will understand what I mean by that. You've got this aura about you that just exudes creativity. So can you share maybe some of the creative processes that you went through while making the album and, anything that stood out to you in particular um, during the recording?
Um, for the creative process, I think you know it it was very like um it was very much more like me tapping into like my inner child, tapping
Right.
into the right person, you know, that person that wants that dreamt of being Magixx today and is now
Yeah.
Magixx today, but still had more dreams, and it was more about like self fellowship,
Hmm.
thinking inwards about
Yeah.
what it is that I want for myself, how I want it for myself, where I see myself, that it was all about that. Um,
Got you.
yeah, like it was all about that, literally. Just staying on track. Um,
Yeah.
staying, remembering that you promise yourself that this is what you want for yourself, and you know, this is how we are gonna get it. You're supposed to
Yeah.
stay disciplined. You're supposed to. So everything is what I was putting in the music. So that's
Yeah.
why that was so personal. You know,
Understood. And I mean, I love so many tracks off that album.
yeah,
Consistency,
yeah,
that's one of my favorite tracks. That's the opening track. I
yeah.
love Koni Badger as well. And I love Voices is
Mm,
probably like, what, but in terms of, I keep coming back to different tracks all the time. I think you won an award recently, a Galaxy Music Award for another big track,
yeah.
so yeah, I'm just really blown away by the quality of the production and just the artistry on the album. Can you share some of like, who are some of the producers that you worked with on this album? And how that sort of process came about, how you ended up working with those guys. And can you
What
give us a bit of insight?
with so many producers on this project. Uh, I work with pros. He produced uh, OK and Alcohol. I worked with AYK, produced voices and basically worked with uh, I worked with Father. I worked with One L Beats. I worked with Andre Vibes. He did with you
Wow.
and Sexy Lady. I worked with Spark. He produced Consistency. Um,
Nice.
keep going on and on, but like big shout outs to everyone who contributed to the album. You know,
Absolutely.
yeah, right.
Absolutely.
Grateful to God.
Yeah, bro. Trust me, like you really found those dope producers that know how to knack beats
Yeah,
because like from beginning to end, the
yeah,
album was just a smash.
so much like synergy, in the studio. You know, it's like, he's a really dope guy. Somebody who's like, smart as well.
Mm-hmm.
Someone who's like, it's a businessman as well. So like, we be chopping it up, we be talking before we even start. Me and Vibes have over like step together. So it's crazy.
Wow. So there's more Lambert to come, basically.
I'm telling you,
Plenty
telling
jams. I hear that. Thank you so much, bro. Okay, as an Afrobeats artist yourself, who are your top five artists and how have they influenced your music? Can you share with us like your
uh,
top five picks
I
in
wouldn't
the
want,
industry?
I wouldn't want to do that.
No?
But big shout outs to like, Afrobeat artists that really killing it. I look up to, everybody that is doing amazing music. I've been inspired by people across all generations, Two Face and them Wiz and David and Bernard, everybody like everybody who's winning, I'm inspired by the heights that we've
Got
reached.
you.
And I'm like, yo, like I would love to, surpass this one day. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's a really interesting answer. Sorry if I put you on the spot there, but
uh,
I've been getting some very interesting responses recently.
man, to pick five.
No, I hear that. Okay, let me give you a more an easier question. So, in terms of like what you're vibing to right now, is there a particular song or like an EP or any particular music that you're listening to that's on your playlist that you're thinking, you know what, that's my jam or that's my,
Um,
I mess with that.
I really love the Weeknd's album. Um,
Okay.
um, just the other day, I think King Madi dropped a EP, a project
Yes.
really nice. Uh,
Yeah.
I'm
Shout out to
enjoying,
King Maddie, by the way.
yeah, I'm enjoying um Fireboy's last album.
Yeah.
Be dope as well. So yeah, um,
Nice. No, that's really cool.
yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about every artist faces like challenges in their career. And I
Mm-hmm.
remember like just looking at the whole Mavin crew and everyone kind of dropping their projects. Um, one after the other. And it's almost like every project that has come from the Maven crew has been smash after smash. But I noticed that it almost seemed like you were one of the last artists to drop your project. And I don't know if that was intentional or you were just kind of, it felt to me as a fan like you were just almost like waiting in the cut for your opportunity. And then it's almost like once that opportunity came, like you didn't just take it, like you grabbed it with both hands and you just made sure that the world remembers, who Magixx is. And, can you tell us a little bit about your feelings, when all the other guys were kind of dropping their projects and, how did that kind of inspire you to kind of go harder? What was some of that, what was that process like?
Um, I think dropping a project, in cold water, right off like, 1, 2, 3 years in the game. It's like it's not because I didn't want to drop a project, but because I felt like it wasn't the right time. You know,
Got you.
um,
Hmm.
I mean, I'm someone who believes so much in timing. Um,
Hmm.
and timing plays a huge role in music today. Timing
Yeah.
plays, like in how people receive music, in what's cool to people and what's not cool to people. People want to start their own agenda. Once the year is moving a certain way. So, but me, I felt this was the right time. I'm actually happy. So I've dropped my project. The time I dropped my project is a lot of time for me to promote, to work the
Yeah.
album. To tell more people about the album. That's why I'm out here grinding every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, trying to push the boundaries.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I'm in love with this time that I dropped my album, and I can't choose any
Yeah.
other. All that time would have been better. You get
I,
me?
I, I totally get you. It's like all the stars have aligned
Mm,
to bring you to this point and to bring us to this point where you're actually, on this podcast.
mm.
So I wanted to ask you is something that I've been kind of puzzled about. Like, how did you come up with the name Magixx, as your, stage name? Was that like a nickname that you had or?
I don't answer this question, but but what I would say is that Magix actually came from magic. Actually, when I was in
Yeah.
secondary school, I was one of those most talented people.
Yeah.
I was in every art department. I was drawing, I was dancing, I was singing, I
Mhm.
was rapping, and I thought about like making a name that sounds like someone who's versatile or somebody who
Yeah.
can do things. So I was like magic, you know, and I thought,
Nice.
and then I started bearing the name Magic, and then the funny story is one day I was watching TV, like I think I was watching MTV Base or something like that, and
Yeah.
then this there's a magic band with a what's it called, with an exclamation mark at the end. So
Yeah.
the song came out, and the song was "Why you gonna be so? But you know what you mean to me." I see the thing. I tell fast.
You're like, that's it. That's it. That's my name.
Know my name. So then I was like, okay, I think I have to add a twist to it because I really like the idea of magic. So instead of using C, I use X because my real
Got
name,
you.
yeah, my actual government name is Alexander Adelabu. So
Got you.
so I just put the X for there. So you get,
Yeah.
yeah, that's how I came up with
It's
magic.
got nice. No, I like that. Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Yeah.
Um, and as a musician, we discuss like, just pushing through sometimes and timing, etc.
Mm.
What advice would you give to aspiring musicians, who are trying to come up in the game or in the music industry? What advice would you give them, those artists?
Believe in yourself, man. Believe in yourself.
Nice.
No, it's so generic. It's
Hmm.
generic when somebody say believe in yourself.
Yeah.
So generic, but there's nothing more important than that. Like,
It's true.
see, bro, there's nothing like there's nothing more important than believing in yourself. There is
Mm,
nothing else is more important than that. It's not even the level of talents, because I'm telling you, like that there are people in the game that they don't have talent, but bro, the way they believe themselves,
yeah. No, I hear that. I think self-belief is very, very key.
yeah, it's what you believe that people are gonna see. People
Yeah.
read energy, people are attracted to your energy. So the energy you
Hmm.
give to them is what they're gonna take. Do you understand?
Nice.
So that's
Yeah.
just energy. Energy matters a lot. You get me?
Nice.
In something delusionally. You have to be delusional about something enough. Like, bro, I'm telling you, I came from a place where, like, if we see rats, bro, we dey happy. Like, we catch rats, bro. If rain fall like this, snake they come outside, bro. We dey happy.
Mm.
They come outside. Say snake they taste like fish. About telling you,
Giving us that
I come from that, bro. I'm telling
from
you,
the trenches, basically.
for real, man. I'm not playing. Okay, right, okay, right.
I hear you, bro. I hear you. So, looking ahead to the future,
Yeah.
looking ahead to the future, what are there any upcoming, projects or collaborations that you're excited about? Are you looking to maybe go on a tour? Any
Uh,
exciting things that you can share with us, like an exclusive, basically?
I'm actually doing East Africa tour. You know,
Nice.
first week of next month, we're in East Africa.
Okay.
It's gonna be amazing. I already know what that's gonna be like in my head. It's like, yo, like East Africa shit. Like we are in
Yeah.
Tanzania, in Kenya, we are in Uganda as well. Like the first week of April.
Nice.
I'm in the UK now. I might do a
Yeah.
couple, thing here and there and yeah. I already Stoneboy show. But I'm
Yeah.
trying before I leave. As well. We're doing Canada as well. For sure.
Amazing.
Doing Canada.
Amazing.
So it's like, yeah, just work from it.
Nah, that's blessed, bro.
Yeah.
What I was gonna ask you is, is there an artist in particular that you would like to collaborate with in the future, or someone who you admire a lot that you think, actually I wouldn't mind working with this person
And
doing a song.
I would love to work with Burna Boy. I love to work with Tony. I love to work with um, uh, Thames. I love to work with Rema. Uh, these people are like really cool guys. I also like kind of industry friends too. So yeah.
Nice. Okay, I'm going to ask you just a few more questions, some rapid fire questions.
All right.
What's your favorite food? Your favorite meal?
Yes,
Rice.
see, Baba,
Did
I'm
you?
telling you, like rice is a universal language.
So is it just like rice and stew, or is it jollof
Hey,
rice?
those rice, bro. White rice, like I be saying that.
It doesn't matter. Anywhere, anywhere.
See, that jollof rice, Baba. As long as it's, Baba, they
It's
chop rice.
going.
Baba, they chop rice morning, afternoon, nights. Afternoon,
No,
they
that's really
chop.
that's really interesting. That's really interesting. Okay. So I was going to ask you another question. There was something that I saw online the other day about a song called "With You." Was it "With
Mm,
You" that you wrote? And you shared some really personal stuff in there about the topic, the inspiration behind the song. And I
mm,
remember being struck by that in terms of, I think you mentioned you were with someone and she got married off to someone else, and then that was kind of like the inspiration behind the track, but that was someone who you were really close to. Can you share a little bit about kind of that scenario and what inspired that song?
you already said it. So it was just that it was just that situation, that really like inspired like, this old song, um, partially, and also about other experiences, So that's just it.
Nice, nice. Before we wrap up, is there anything else that you'd like to share with your fans? Anyone who's
Man,
listening to Magixx?
so much, man. I just want to say like, thank you so much for listening to Magixx. Thank you so much for supporting Magixx. You guys are the best. I really appreciate you guys for all your support. Um, keep working on yourself. Keep getting better at what you do. Uh, Nothing good comes easy. You know, you have to work. You have to sweat. You know, and any precious thing, has gone through fire. The gold, many precious things, all these diamonds, all these things, they go through. To look that fine. You have to go through
That's right.
some pressure. And if it happens to you that you didn't go through any pressure, you're God's favorite. Uh, but it becomes a pressure that's normal. So it's love, man.
That's really deep. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you all enjoyed the interview with Magixx. We've been through his background, his musical influences, some of the challenges he faced, future plans, and everything else in between. Once again, just a quick reminder to like and to subscribe to the Afrobeats All Access Podcast YouTube channel. You can also follow us on Instagram at Afrobeats All Access Podcast for more information and keeping up to date on all the latest trends in the Afrobeats culture. Till next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Shout out to my brother Magixx for joining. And I really appreciate your time, bro. And I wish you all the best in all
Yeah,
your endeavors for the future.
thank you.
Bless. Thank you so much.
I appreciate.
Peace out.
Focus on me.
When it comes to class, I beat the chat. Chop this life, make it no chop, you my nigga.
Take it easy. Catch some cruise with my G's. You spoke one for the day. Want to fly to Puerto Rico. Oh my lord. Fine girl, got your body, you should know, let me have it.
Body, then no fit touch my energy.
Baby, shake it to the max. DJ, please turn up the bass to the max. Please just rewind, let me
tell you. Ladies to give me photo. Paparazzi.
Baby, some money. You know say you match your